Good morning, Vietnam! No. Welcome back to round two for Top Deck Productions Tuesday Night Modern Tournament located at GameSwap in Mason, Ohio, where you can get your game on. We have Dalton Douglas with the alliteration in his name, playing Storm on the right, against Justin Gebing. We spelled his name wrong. His last name is Gebing.
It is Gebing.
It is Gebing, but
Dalton beat Terrell Flowers, who was in a pretty good position in the league at a 3-1 record last night. Thank you, Robert Meadows, for the sub in the SmackDown. That's 6 months in a row for Robert Meadows, even though he's delusional about beating me. Yeah, Dalton was able to win in turns.
This is our sub-son out.
Versus Charles Eldrazi deck with the Goblin Army. So we'll go over how we people are doing. Mike Augustine back again. He is 0-1 against Andrew Teft, making a return. His run also 0-1. Chuck Brennerford and Austin Fraley both won. Patrick Aguilar lost. He had 12 points last week, so he will not have a perfect record. You saw David Weisenberg win on camera after his 1 week hiatus. Bill Caminos also won his first round. They're both in KCI, right?
I actually don't know what Billy's playing tonight.
We'll have our streamer look behind her and let us know what he's playing. Obviously, Justin's 1-0 tonight. Zach Karras 0-1. Dakota Howell 1-0. Phil Jones 1-0. Paul Kerbel 1-0. James Wynn 0-1. Eddie Sturgill 1-0. And that might be it for people in attendance. Billy's playing humans.
Billy's been changing decks an awful lot.
He is changing decks an awful lot lately.
Justin with foil.
But yeah, if you ever want to be in the know when it comes to weekly standings here for the Tuesday Night Modern League, you can check out TopTechProductions.com.
So I agree to the stream with a Hello Vietnam.
Another Good Morning Vietnam?
Yeah, Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah. So Jeskai Foils versus Storm. Who do you like in this matchup?
I kind of like Jeskai because they have a mix of removal. So Dalton's not gonna be able to pass the turn safely with the Mandork in play. So he's gonna have to line up a turn where he can go off without the Mandork or interact at instant speed. And that's kind of like why I chose this match, or why I asked you and you told me what was on the match, because I think it's fairly interesting. Just with turn 2 search for his Canna, I think it's fairly interesting because you have a deck that's pure combo against a more reactive deck here, right? This is one of the more, outside of blue white, it's one of the most pure control decks.
Yes.
So again, Dalton has a choice here to lead it with a Mana Dork, or looks like he has almost what he needs. He's just missing a Gifts Ungiven. But yeah, so this is what's interesting. So Justin, from the decision-making standpoint, I pretty much feel like he has to kill this thing on sight.
Absolutely, and I agree with Dalton's line. You play it out. You wanna make Justin interact on his turn as much as humanly possible. I also feel like if Justin's on the draw there, he does not play that turn 2 search because he can just flat out die.
Oh, I don't think Dalton knows how
Searcher's Canna works.
It's interesting because he's playing a Storm, which is a fairly complicated deck.
Yes. But it's a deck that matters most is knowing what your deck does and knowing when to pick your spots. And that's why I kind of like Storm sometimes in this matchup. It's really good at being able to pick the spots. Justin plays a Hollow Fountain, and we're going to bolt away the Lord.
He does. And most importantly, you cannot wait till his upkeep like you normally would with a Path to Exile.
Yes.
Because Storm can interact on the stack. They could go like Ritual, Manamorphose, Gifts Ungiven.
Yeah.
And get a decent Gifts pile, and then get value out of it. And that's the last thing you want them to do.
Of note that the Grape Shard is a sorcery. He cannot kill at instant speed, but he can set everything else up. Yes, he can Gifts into a perfect pile at instant speed, no problem. He's going to opt here. Looking for another Lord, I imagine.
I think we're shipping that to the bottom. If it's not a Gifts Ungiven or Mana, I don't think I want it.
He's going to keep it.
He decides that he wants it, but every time he's taking some pain.
Yeah, that's not... it's not a thing to ignore. That is a Barrel. Welcome on Violence. Thanks for tuning in, man. Always nice to see you here.
I think I followed him on the Tweeter.
I know he followed me on the Tweeter.
Yeah.
Where can people follow you on Twitter, Animals?
They can't. They shouldn't.
It's Animals4, and I'm Hopeless, HOP3LESS, if you feel like you want to know what we're doing on the world of Twitter.
Yeah, there's no point in following me unless you hate Magic Online as much as I do.
Adam complains about Magic Online 24/7, 365.
All right, your girlfriend wants us both to go there. We'll just pick up in the middle of the stream. I'll go after her. That's good. You're buying. Perfect. All right, so looks like Jake missed the lander up. Dalton taps with 4
You mean
mana.
Justin?
Yeah, Justin. So he only complains when it's bad. Well, see, I'm not good, so there's nothing good to celebrate. Like, it's always bad. Let's just get a brawl. He can logic. Is it worth logic nodding this?
I don't think he can let his resolve because Dalton has too much open mana. And now it's weird to say that.
I'm going to logic knot it for 2 and get rid of both my graveyard here. And I'm going to keep up a Path to Exile, but he has a Steam Bend, so he's just gonna go full. Yeah, it's just gonna go full. Yeah.
Can't let resolve. Dalton has 2 Metamorphosis in hand, so he's able to.
Those 200 bets. That's correct.
Adam is pretty salty. There was a Magic Online.
Sometimes I make reasonable comments. Like I watched Old School the other day. That movie's fantastic.
Dalton is going to Ritual. Ooh, I like this a lot.
But I don't.
Dalton's gonna cast Ritual to save Brawl, and again, he's gonna make Justin interact on his turn. Thank you, Mike D. That's me for the follow. So what Dalton's trying to do here is he wants Justin to do things on Justin's own turn, and if Dalton ever gets to untap, he's good to go.
I don't like this.
Why not?
To me, it's not worth fighting over the Brawl. He wasted a piece of fast mana just to have a Brawl.
But at the same time, he's not doing anything without this Brawl. He's got double Metamorphosis in hand, so he still has ways to get the mana.
Storm can absolutely win without Dork.
It's very hard though against his Jeskai deck.
Yeah, but he's gonna have a harder time. Not that it matters, but the Brawl's exiled.
Yes. That's a basic for his troubles. These 2 gifts in the bottom of his deck.
Dalton seems new to. Maybe he hasn't played in a while, but I find it very interesting. He has an Izzet shirt on and he's playing Storm. This is not the deck that I would pick if I was new.
It is a Goldfish type deck.
He's got a flashback Brawl. If he did that, I would allow it, just because.
Draw for the turn is a Noxious Revival. That makes the Path really relevant.
Snap Bolt the Brawl. Yeah, he could have Snap Bolt the Brawl because Justin doesn't really have any options here. He can't Cryptic. He can't snap. Logic Knot.
No, I'm fine with Justin just pathing away the Brawl. Just get it out of there and save the Bolt for the face off the Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, his paths are not great in this matchup. So I think Dalton has to pass the turn, and when Justin passes back, then he can Noxious Revival. Justin doesn't care if he Noxious Revival.
He's going to do it main phase.
To be quite honest.
Dalton's being really reckless of his life total. He has to be aware that this Jeskai deck does have a fair amount of burn.
Well, he's just gonna ambush fight burn eventually.
Yes, he has the Bolt in the graveyard too.
I think he's gonna Snap Bolt here.
And start putting the clock on.
10.
Yeah, that Snap Bolt is going to be some pressure.
No, he decided not to do that.
It'll be interesting to see if Dalton has the Giga Drowse in the sideboard.
Yeah. You usually see that out of like mono blue taking turns.
That reminds me.
I've seen some lists with it.
I need to go check to see what Caleb shares. So for those that do not are ever unsure about what type of Storm list to play, I am in the mindset that you 1000% run whatever list Caleb Shear is running, because he will play only Storm, 1000% only Storm.
So Justin's kind of bottlenecked on mana sources here.
Dalton's going to play the Goblin Electromancer. He just drew off Noxious Revival.
So Justin's got to be careful here, because Unsubstantiate is certainly a card.
Yeah, but again, if he
he does have cheap interaction now, because he does have
the end of turn there. Dalton just passing. Interesting. How do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
I mean, you got to try to go for it, right?
Yeah, I didn't. So that was just a wasted 2 life and a wasted turn to me. If he wasn't going to try to go for it, he could just played instant speed then, because he can go Metamorphose. You could bounce the Electrolyze back to his hand. So I think that was actually probably the most important turn of the game so far.
Ritual the draw there from Dalton. Yeah, I agree. Like, he's clearly prioritizing these lords, but when you have them out, you have to follow up on them. You have to use them to their fullest advantage. And he had a window there to, you know, Metamorphose, Substantiate, whatever, to try to start digging.
He could go Ritual, Metamorphose. So 2 to 3.
He has
3 to 2. I think he could have gone like Ritual, Metamorphose. Grape Shot, Unsubstantiate the Metamorphose back. I mean the Grape Shot back, or something cutesy.
That's a very convoluted line, though. He does get the extra spell off of whatever Justin casts, but still, you have to make sure.
I mean, that's more common.
Yeah.
It's common to a Remand or Grape Shot for lethal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do feel like sometimes you just, you know, gotta go for it.
So he's going to lose at this point.
Yeah.
He has to go for it. He doesn't have to go for it next turn, but
like at the time he cast the Electromancer, and then he had 2 Metamorphose, Substantiate, and Grape Shot in hand. So that's
as soon as Justin flips his Search for Cannon, then it's kind of lights out because Justin can double spell.
yeah, that'd have been 6 spells at least for Dalton there. Without knowing he had a ritual on top of he had 2 rituals on top of his deck.
See, I don't understand the Noxious Revolve of the Dork that I'm not going to defend. Why do we waste a Noxious Revolve one, right?
Yeah. Again, he played this game to where he really valued his lords, but he had the chance. He had 3 mana up after he cast it.
They can just play draw, go a couple turns, hope he hits some more land drops.
At this point, though, you're not going to win a Drago matchup against Jeskai. Justin has too many cards in hand.
Justin can also start eating his lands with Field of Ruin. Yeah, start taking away his duels.
Justin's going to flip his, that's Treacherous Canto. He's going to have too many cards at his disposal. Dalton had that one window, and Storm's deck where you want to pick your spots, and when you have the spot, you want to take it.
And I think this is important to, because Dalton sort of stalled on lands. Justin started making all his land drops, but it's important to cut Dalton off of both colors of mana. So,
yes. I think these are also.
Yet, so.
I think these are also all the basics Dalton's running.
So you think it's just strip mine now?
Yes.
Ren says there's 2 more basics.
That's a.
She said nanner boo boo.
There's a lot of basics. What are they for 5? Caleb's running 5, 2 which are snow covered.
Electrolyze the face. They do snow covered so they can get different lands on.
Exactly, off Gifts and Given.
Gifts and Given. I thought that was really neat when somebody said it. Oh, we got some dead cards from Justin. That Wrath of God is worse than worse. Beautiful island. That island is worth more than my life. Is Brawl the best modern card out of Kaladesh block?
No, Fatal Push.
Fatal Push, yeah.
1000% Fatal Push.
Yeah. Brawl is very good. It's very good.
But do you know what Brawl dies to?
Everything that Tarmogoyf does.
Fatal Push.
It does. Enemy Fastlands, the best card out of Kaladesh.
Because one month's Kaladesh block, Brawl's from A for Revolt, as was Fatal Push. The best card from Kaladesh probably was Spiral of Canal, in my opinion.
I think it's the. I think it's Wily Bandar. Bring up Wily Bandar. I hate these overlays, but let's go ahead and waste our time. Oh, we're digging.
What the heck is Wily Bandar?
It is a. This is the Grinch in card form. This is a 1 mana, 1/1. It's a cat monkey. It looks like the Grinch. 2 and a green. It gains indestructible. It says part feline, part primate, all trouble. Yes.
Oh my god.
It's not even playable in draft. This is the most important card ever. Jake is impressed. I played a lot of limited. Don't ask what good cards are. Alright, so it looks like he.
Hey, didn't I beat you in limited on Friday?
Yes, that's what we call results-oriented thinking. Jake
and Tifa Lockhart making the argument that Strap Trawler is better than Baral, and I.
Torrential Gearhulk's okay. Scrap Trawler's not better than. It's not better than.
Walking Ballista isn't a good option. I still think Fatal Push is better than all those.
Baral goes in more. Baral can go in more than one deck.
Yes, I still think Fatal Push is just
Baral's
better.
Standard playable. Scrap Trawler wasn't standard playable. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So Justin can Walking Ballista is pretty good too. Yeah, there's a lot of good cards. So. Yeah, and that just sends a clear message that I'm going to burn you to the face. So
we'll see if Dalton gets the message.
Justin wants to do.
We'll see if Dalton gets the message to be a little bit more careful of his life total.
Is it because I just want to disagree with Jake? Is that a good argument? Counting all formats.
I still think Fatal Push is the better option in all formats.
Ballista, yeah, Ballista would be a good option there. Okay, I don't like this at all. And now I can just Snapcaster. Now I just get value out of my Snapcaster. All right, well, you can go.
Our stream editor is making an argument that push is garbage in EDH. However, EDH is not a competitive format.
Yes, it is. You're just not playing correctly. Jake made a deck, played it twice.
I saw the deck.
And he thinks he's conquered the format.
By the way, did you know that there's a Brawl Championship at GP Richmond?
Brawl or Brawl?
Brawl, B-R-A-W-L.
Oh, nobody cares. How'd that go? Is it like tiny leaders?
There's some interest. There's lots of price support for it. Of course, Brawl was a format that infamously had one person show up for the event at a European GP earlier this year. Justin able to finally do the final points of damage of his Ambush Viper, takes down game number 1 over Dalton. Again, it's going to be really important what Dalton's sideboard is. Giga can be a very, very important sideboard card against him. Of course, he has Empty the Warrens, he has some Lightning Bolts, pieces of the puzzle, helps Dalton get some more cards through the deck, and also, some of these Storm decks, they're running like Chandra's now, too. How do you feel about that?
It lets me win if I can stick it against like a control deck, because you can just literally just kill them when you combo off. It's bad against aggro. I really just don't see what you bring it in against outside of like pure control. But Caleb's playing it, so it must be okay. Although he might just be experimenting.
Currently not playing it. He was playing it for a while. Currently not playing it.
Right, well, obviously it's garbage then if he said so. There's certain people you just listen to in Magic, and Caleb's sure playing Storm in Modern is one of them.
Yes.
Who's the guy that always plays it in Legacy? He's playing in the Premier League? Not the Premier League.
Not too sure. He mentioned he's not playing Parliament's Ascension due to the uptick in graveyard hate from the Dredgevine decks. Yeah.
It's surprised he got invited to the Players' Championship because he never plays other formats. Ryan Cook, yes. That's who I think of normally when, even though I couldn't remember his name, when I think of Storm. Ryan Cook is a Legacy Storm guy. Ben, that's my phone.
No, it's not.
Step off.
Oh, look, I'm rough again.
We're going to take this time of players are sideboarding for game number 2. You can rewatch this match and every other match you see here on stream on our YouTube page, youtube.com/TopDeckProductions stream. Also, if you ever want to look at the deck list that these players have, check out TopDeckProductions.com. If you don't see a deck list there you want to see, let us know. We'll get it for you. And also, TopDeckProductions.com has the latest weekly standings for the Modern League that happens here on Tuesday nights at GameSwap Mason.
How else can they follow us, Jake?
I mean, they can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/TopDeckProductions as well. There's also a Twitter page, which is... I think it's... double check to see what the Twitter page is.
Vengefy is my favorite Modern card. Yeah, Legacy Storm is quite different than Modern. You have this card called Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual.
It's a pretty good card. Twitter is TopDeckProds. Instagram is TopDeckPro.
We have an Instagram. People take pictures on it.
There are some pictures. Right now, there's a lovely picture of Robert Meadows and Patrick Narsavage, who, the latter of which, you'll hear tomorrow night. With Ren Killy Fry is commentating some Standard at 6:30 Eastern. You'll see myself playing some Standard, Robert Meadows playing some Standard. I apparently pronounced Ren's name wrong. Freeze, not fries, freeze. So not like the crispy potatoy treat, but instead the terrible Batman and Robin villain.
True or false? Do French fries taste like potatoes? It's true or false? I'm saying they do.
They do.
Okay.
They absolutely do.
There was something going on Twitter. I don't know.
They're a potato. How do they not like
potato chips taste like potatoes?
No.
They're made out of potato. Does potato bread taste like potato?
What is potato bread?
Potato bake. It's bread with potato in it.
I've never even heard of potato bread.
What about a potato bun? You've never had a potato bun?
I've had a potato bun. It does not taste like potato.
What about water?
Water is disgusting.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
Yes. Gatorade. It's got the electrolytes.
Jake, so
it's what plants crave.
If they want to, it's what plants crave. So if they want to support the stream, how could they do that, Jake?
There's a couple different ways. You can give us a follow here on Twitch so you know when we get live.
Is that free?
That is free.
It's free.
Also, you can subscribe to us here on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you get the free. It's free. Twitch Prime sub each and every month. And of course, our Patreon page, patreon.com/TopDeckProductions. Dalton doing a sleight of hand off the Shivering Wreath.
We suggest that we're gonna give away some commander decks.
We are. If you want to win, you got to tune in.
Yes, for details. Definitely tune in. If you haven't followed somebody on Twitter, at least follow Jake, because he doesn't complain about Moto and is actually relevant to Top Deck Productions, unlike me. But yeah,
I post a lot of garbage on Twitter.
Especially guys that are here all the time.
Here's a good question. Does potato water taste like potatoes?
I don't know. Does potato taste like potato?
Does vodka taste like potatoes, you idiot?
You idiot. Yes. It's vodka. Vodka. Robert's too busy being positive, and he wants Dylan Hovey to visit him for his anniversary. So, Robert's a home wrecker.
Robert also leaves my party early and sucks at Mario Kart.
Yeah. I left the other night because Jake's not a bro, but we won't.
You missed some spin the bottle action.
I don't want to make everybody jealous. I also don't want to. I don't want to make your girlfriend jealous. I don't want to make you jealous.
Me and my girlfriend are the only people at the party that did not play spin the bottle.
Why?
I don't know.
That's lame.
We were cleaning up. We were being mom and dad.
You're boring.
Spotty left get out there from Dalton. After both players starting their game 2 with some looking at the top of their decks. Dalton's flumming that Noxious Revival.
Take this Noxious Revival and he's to put it at the very back of his hand and never play it. Robert can't even finish a quesadilla properly. Shots fired.
Oh, it's getting hot in here for that shot. Oof.
I don't understand what this means, but I'll just assume that Robert can't do anything.
There's another ritual off the top for Dalton. Plays a mountain. Now he's just looking for the Lord. This is one of the This is one of the issues with the Storm deck. If it doesn't see a Lord, it just doesn't do anything.
Spin the bottle. What do you 14, Jake? No, Jake.
I did not play spin the bottle.
Jake didn't even play because he's. Yeah, I'm a real boy.
Oh, I'm a real boy. Oh. Here they are. Ritual off the top there for Dalton. Oh.
I beat Jake's ass in Mario Tennis.
Thumbing through his hand.
The best part about Mario Tennis is playing Waluigi and never serving. And just throwing the ball up and just saying, "Wah, wah, wah."
Didn't you win?
Having Jake's girlfriend look at us and be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Didn't you win at a murder trivia party?
I did. I'm the murder trivia master. Yeah, that's right. We're good at guessing. How do we get through college? Biology degree, easy game, easy life.
Nothing going on here early and often. This is exactly what Justin wants to do. He wants to hit his land drops. He wants to make sure he's sculpting his draws to the best that he can. Because again, Dalton, he can kind of win without a Lord, but it's really hard, especially against this control deck. So he'll draw. It is a supreme verdict. Justin playing the turn 4 Search of his Can't to keep its mana up, so he still has ways to interact. Dalton draws another Metamorphose.
All right, and I expect a Robert Meadows not eating quesadillas properly. Store on camera. All right.
Dalton's just gonna bolt Justin, sending the message.
I don't think Bolt to be in my deck right now, but I don't know. So this game's going exactly like Justin wants it.
Yes. Keeps it land on top of the search, plays it immediately. The shiny Sulphur Falls from Innistrad passes back to Dalton, who draws the Full Art Cup Island.
So he might want to just pass, and at the end of Justin's turn, gifts.
He doesn't have gifts in hand.
Oh, that's passing flames.
He's got a bunch of red cards. He's got a bunch of red rituals, and a no search does not come down. So Justin's on the draw, which means he does not want turn 2 search. It's literally the worst idea in his world to play the turn 2 search. He can just die. Justin's A-okay with a turn 4 search. He gets to play it and have mana up as well. There's nothing wrong with that late search or his canter for Justin.
I don't think it's bad unless he has a Mana Dork. Mana Dork makes it much easier.
There's the Baral from Dalton. That's a bit late.
Yeah, it's not going to resolve.
There's no way this card resolves. And even this, Dalton is so far behind in terms of lands and card advantage that even if it doesn't result, even if he's able to fight through the counter magic, Justin will be able to take care of it. It resolves. I don't.
Oh, he actually has a line here, so he can Manamorphose.
Yes.
Justin will try to kill it, and he can Manamorphose in response, or he can Ritual, then Ritual in response, and Manamorphose. Yeah. So he can do everything on the stack.
Justin just has to not have a counter. He has logic not. I just do not agree.
Did he say go?
Oh, I think he said go.
I do not understand this.
He's like, again, this was with Storm, you have to pick your spots, and that was the spot for Dalton to do it. He had a hand of nothing but rituals, passive flames, and a way to get back Baral back to his top of the deck while drawing.
Point, mind you, I am bad at Magic, but I just feel like now it's never going to get better.
No.
Ever. So you had your creature stuck, and you have what, 2 rituals, 2 Manamorphose in hand. Those are all netting mana. So you cast the first one, if it resolves, sweet. Then I just keep going. I'm gonna interact at instant speed.
Yeah.
Oh my! So
the only better play here is Dalton has Giga in hand. He casts the end of turn to tap down some of Justin's lands, but that ultimately doesn't matter either because Justin's up on lands. Dalton only has 3 blue sources.
Yeah, Rob, I agree with you. He could have just gone off at instant.
Yep.
And then he'd have enough mana. I don't know. I'm not gonna do the math, but what is assume they could have passed in flames and killed Justin? I don't think he had a payoff card though.
He doesn't have a payoff card currently. Here's a Jace, the Mind Sculptor.
I can't believe he doesn't have a better version of the foil.
In response, Dalton's going to Noxious Revival.
I just don't think Justin cares.
Yeah, Justin doesn't care because you know what Justin's going to do in response? He's going to Fate Seal, yes.
I think Justin's pointing that out. Yeah, I don't care. He can have the bolt on top.
Dalton realizing the mistake he has made.
He can keep the bolt. I don't care about the bolt.
No.
Really? I would, if I'm Justin, I'm probably fate sealing myself if I'm fate sealing.
Just letting Dalton read the other parts of Jace. Let's bring up Jace the Mind Sculptor, the infamous and arguably best Magic card of all time.
Jace does, Jake?
Well, Dalton to know what Jace does. Maybe there are viewers in here that are new to Magic that do not know what Jace does. So let's pull it up on the stream.
Doesn't know what Jace the Mind Sculptor does.
Here it is. Not Willy Bandar. Oh God, get Willy Bandar off the screen. There we go. Jace the Mind Sculptor. 2 blue, 4 abilities, 3 story loyalty, +2. It's called Fate Seal, which means you look at the top card of a target player's library. You may put that card on the bottom of that library. 0 is Brainstorm. Draw 3 cards and put 2 cards back on the top of your library in any order. -1 is Unsummon. Return target creatures on a hand. It is -12. Exile all cards from target player's library. Then that player shuffles his or her hand into his library. It's pretty. It does a lot. It does a lot. Justin doing the not often used Fate Seal mode here. People love to Brainstorm with Jason Modern.
Now
Jace,
that we've
again,
missed the entire turn because we read Jace. Jake's getting mad at me. Alright, I think Justin's just going to keep going.
We gotta let people what these cards know. We want to help out people that are new to this.
Everybody knows what Jace the Mind Sculptor does.
There are people newer to Magic than in the stream tonight.
Does anybody in the stream not know what Jace does? Alright.
I like Antifa Lockhart's theory. Like any true Izzet mage, he is conducting an experiment.
Alright, so it looks like Justin's just going to get another spell.
Here's a Snapcaster Mage, and the turn.
Lightning Bolt has been targeted, and
we're going to bolt Dalton's face. It's time to get in there with some damage off this Snapcaster Mage.
He draws a very pretty Scalding Tarn.
A very expensive Scalding Tarn, too. Jay's going to go up again. Justin says,
you
can have that land.
This is like the worst feeling on the planet, by the way, when this actually happens. This is just not fun. This is what it's
Justin forgot to attack, just says, whatever.
Yeah, that's okay.
So the guy on the right might be appear to be winning because he has more life there on Toffee, but life totals is often described as people as a resource. So just because Justin has fewer life, he has what's called board advantage. He has a Planeswalker in Jace the Mind Sculptor that's able to essentially control Dalton's draw steps, and he has a creature that can apply pressure on Dalton's life total. It's not much pressure, but it's still pressure compared to Dalton, who has only lands, no creatures of anything.
So my question to Dalton is, what is he waiting for at this point? There's just...
He has nothing. He only has Manamorphose in the hand. His only ability is
Ritual, Manamorphose, Pass and Flame. That is more than enough to dig through a bunch of your deck, right?
He's probably waiting as long as he possibly can to do anything. But again, I mean, he might not realize how quickly this Jeskai deck can do damage. Seer Visions to draw there from Justin. He has a red card in hand as well.
Well, two more turns and the game's done anyway.
Yeah. Mark Toffee, if you ever watched the Pro Tours, they have an advantage bar at the bottom of the screen that does a better job of explaining who has the advantage over a certain player.
I would put this game at like 95% just.
Agreed. Again, life total is irrelevant at this point.
Remembers to attack this turn. Thank goodness.
They might be even when it comes to life totals, but board presence, card advantage, those all factor into things as well.
I want to Gibson his upkeep. I'm not Gibson right now. Oh, don't do it right now. Don't cast an instant on your turn if you don't have to.
This is going to be met with a cryptic command or a dispel. One of those is far more mana efficient than the other.
Magic sometimes. Your 4 mana payoff, I'm gonna spend 1 mana to counter it.
But stuff like that is the reason why Justin, even though he's even on life totals, is ahead in this game. He has far more efficient answers for Dalton's cards.
He also, so it looks like they're tied for resources, but they're really not.
Mm-hmm.
Justin has a land that he can search his top 4 for a spell every turn,
which he's doing right now with the Ascanton the Second Ruin.
And then he has a Jace the Mind Sculptor, which anytime can draw him 3 cards and he can put 2 back on his library.
Or controls Dalton's draw step.
I'm just taking the Snapcaster. Ooh. Apparently Justin wants some more cheap interaction. So he wants to be able to Cryptic Command plus something, it looks like.
Yes. Zitterbolt Dalton down to 9.
Sonic Blast you, GG's.
Draws a very pretty Guru Island. Imagine he's going to Fate Seal this Jace.
And why did... so explain something to me, anybody in the chat. Why did Wizards decide that it was a good idea if you only tick up a Jace the Mind Sculptor, that it stays around after you ultimate it? Just not... Please keep your... That's only 8. Please keep your commentary.
Only 8 what?
Yeah, you attack. Sonic Blast.
Oh.
It's 8 damage. Sonic Blast is an old 3 mana blue spell. Instant does 4 damage.
I am not familiar with that card.
Yeah, because you're no fun.
I am no fun. I'm the fun police.
Take a gut shot. Okay, gut shot, Sonic Blast, Sonic Blast.
Dalton plays a land for the turn. He's been a trooper. He's going to play this out.
Well, I'm dead if I don't do anything. So I'm going to Ritual, make
That finishing gut shot was indeed implied. This is 3 mana.
No!
He's in a hard cast Passive Flames with no mana in the pool.
Oh.
Justin's gonna take a peek to see what's in Dalton's graveyard. Nothing really going on there.
So the possibly better line here was casting a Ritual.
Yes.
So when you cast Passive Flame, there's actually something to like cast back.
Yeah, because you're gonna cast the Rituals. You get a net mana.
He really likes this Noxious Revival for some reason.
You get a net mana.
Cast this Brawl. Brawl's not an instant or sorcery. Storm is at 1. Alright, okay.
He cannot cast up a roll.
Oh, Mana Burn.
He can't really want to Noxious Revival, the Baral, and then Metamorphose.
And Justin's explaining that because you try to do an illegal action, it just backs up.
Dalton's saying, "Can I gifts ungiven?"
If I'm Justin, I say, okay.
Just in making sure Dalton's able to do it. I really like how people do this, you know. Okay, you're announcing gifts ungiven as your spell. You like to flash back. Nobody's asking your visions instead. Just in making sure Dalton is able to really do what he wants to do here. Draws a Baral.
I don't think Dalton knows what happens when Jace the Mind Sculptor goes off.
He's about to find out. It's not, spoiler, it's not good for Dalton. Cast the Baral.
That one can't resolve.
It could. The next spell from Dalton can't resolve. He has 1 mana available to him.
If you counter this, there's nothing. It doesn't matter. So keep in mind, he could have just ritualed, or he could have Manamorphosed.
Double Manamorphose.
Drawn the Brawl, played the Brawl, right? Try to resolve the Brawl, and then Manamorphose, Ritual,
All which is moot, because Justin has every answer he could possibly want in the world.
Yes.
Here's a Metamorphose. Justin is going to just pay 2 mana to counter it. And Dalton just scoops it up, so no Jace the Mind Seal to ultimate there. Justin Gebing wins this match 2-0 over Dalton Dillis in the Storm deck. Dalton may have been a little bit newer. Storm plays itself somewhat, but you still have to know when to pick your spots. He knew to value the Lords in the matchup, but he didn't pick his spots. That'll be something that comes with time for Dalton. And Justin is a veteran of his Jeskai control deck.
Yeah. It's just it's difficult sometimes with especially Justin's pretty good.
Yes.
So
I feel like it's one thing.
It's more frustrating that Dalton just never went for it.
I feel like it's one thing if you're playing Storm against a deck like Tron or something like that that doesn't have as much interaction as a deck like Jeskai does.
Like, so if it wasn't like my advice would be just, I mean, for Dalton, first of all, go watch some videos on how to do it, but you do have to pick your spot.
Yes.
And you need to be able to sequence your spells somewhat correctly. So casting Pass in Flames for nothing is probably not a way to win the game because it took half of your resources.
I liked his ideas game 1 and making sure he was trying to get Justin to play spells on Justin's turn. And that way he had less mana available to him. I feel like he had a spot, he just didn't go for it. Sometimes with this combo deck, you really have to go for it.
Now I have a buddy that really wants to play the Protean Hulk deck. There are some decks I would never play in Magic Online. At least you can hit same targets for Storm cards.
Yeah. Agent, I think that all depends about Storm being harder post board than pre-board. It all depends on what the sideboard is. A card like Giga Drowse, Pieces of the Puzzle, it's going to be really, so you Pieces of the Puzzle right there. It's going to be really important in this matchup.
Justin's like, bring these 4 pieces of the puzzle and take these lightning bolts, throw them in the trash.
Yeah. The Beamorns, another way for Justin to win the game. For Dalton to win the game. Yeah.
But you saw what Justin actually kept in his Wrath effects.
Yes, because he expected to empty the Warrens.
Yeah, because it's not that he can't. He doesn't have enough stuff to bring in. It's just like the cards are. Cards are.
So since the wipe away lets him Dalton Innocent Speed with split second answer any troubling permanent on Justin's side. The Giga Drowse lets him with the Overload, it's called, I believe. Yeah, there's Pieces of the Puzzle. Like Gifts and Given, you get to look through cards on the top of your deck, but the difference between that and Gifts and Given is that Pieces of the Puzzle is really good against a Rest in Peace or any other type of graveyard hate. Because you're not putting half of the cards in the graveyard. You're just looking for the top 5 of your cards and picking the best 2 instant or sorceries. Replicate. Thank you, NT, for the luck card. The Giga Drowse of Replicate lets Dalton end a turn, tap down Justin's problematic lands. Then Dalton gets to untap and try to go off from there. And of course, empty the Warrens is another way of Dalton to win the game. Not doing Grape Sharding for a bunch, but instead putting a bunch of goblins. But Justin was privy to it by keeping the Supreme Verdicts in his deck.
Alright, Ren, fight me when they're done. Fight.
You have anything to say before we take a quick little break, Mr. Adam Olds?
Eric the Clown sucks.
Why you gotta be a hater, man?
Ren wants me to fight her.
Why do you have to be a hater?
I'm not a hater, I just crush a lot.
You do crush her a lot. But you know what's not crushing?
What?
Winning stuff.
How can I win stuff?
Well, keep your eyes peeled. Next week, keep your eyes peeled on our Facebook page, facebook.com/TopTechProductions. Starting next week, we're going to be giving away one of the 4 Commander 18 Precon decks. We're going to open them up, play them, and then put them back in the box and give them away to 4 lucky winners.
Now, if one of you happens to win it and you want Robert to eat every card in it, just let us know.
A lot of cards. Because that's what? That's 100 cards, some of which are foil and oversized, and tokens as well.
We'll put it at a $200 donation. Robert will eat every single card in the deck. For $210, he'll even eat the box.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled to facebook.com/TopDeckProductions for more details as well. I do know that if you want to win, you gotta tune in. And I know that's really corny because it rhymes and it's really marketing gimmick and everything, but really, we're going to make sure that the people who are tuning in, watching, and supporting us are the ones at the best chance of winning.
In a box with some rocks.
Yes.
Eating locks.
So what we're going to do, we'll take some time to get a look at the field. We'll keep you up to date when we come back, let you know how the league players are doing. Actually, let's put up the league standings here quickly to give a rundown of how people were doing coming into the evening. Let you know how they're doing right now. We have Patrick Aguilar and Victor's Death Shadow. He came in tonight in 12 points. He lost his first round. I do know that. Andy Falk won his first round. And again, since it's only 4 weeks in August, there's no weeks drop, so you gotta put up results each and every week, and of course there are cash prizes to the top 4 competitors. So again, Patrick Aguilar, he currently has 12 points. Andy Falk coming in with 10 points. He won his first round. He's got 13. Awesome Freely also won his first round. He's got 13 points. We got James Wynn, Terrell Flowers, Billy Caminos, Dakota Howell, and Chuck Redenferter all coming into the evening of 9 points. Billy won his round. James lost his round. Terrell lost his round to Dalton. Dakota won his round. So some of those people doing pretty good, some are not doing pretty good. Again, we're almost halfway. At the end of the day, we are hitting the halfway point of the August League, since there are only 4 Tuesdays in the month. See Zach Harris, he lost his round. Patrick Narsavage not in the building tonight. Let's pull up the next page to see how some other people are doing. You got Phil Jones, he is 1-0 tonight, so 9 points. Slightly will make a run. Robert Meadows in chat, he started up school, so all he has this month to show is a 3-pointer. Tim Mueller not in the room. Mike Augustine is in the room, but he lost his first round as well. Paul Kerbel did not have the best week last week, but he turned it around round 1 with a 1-0 result, and then there's some new people jumping in and missed out on the first week. I know David Weisenberg won his first match. Andrew Teff lost his first match. Eddie Sturgill won his first match as well. Again, keep your eyes peeled to TopDeckProductions.com for updated standings. By tomorrow at noon, we'll be doing an announcement for the September League sometime this week as well, as soon as we finalize the details. And of course, Facebook.com/TopDeckProductions, where we shout out all the news, including the September League and the August, the Commander 18 giveaway. We have a request for some Scrub Jank next round. I think we can make that happen for you. So give us about 10 minutes. We'll be back before you know it for round 3 of Tuesday Night Modern at GameSwap Mason and the Tuesday Night Modern League, brought to you by Top Deck Productions. So don't go anywhere.